coming. It is, of course, our greatest pleasure to host this artist-designer talk. It is a part of our relatively new visual arts and design study course. As you know, we offer this course now for the third year at the University of Primorska Faculty of Education, and we are really trying to put all of our efforts into this, like Dragane did today. As you can see, brought all the plans and made all the nice setting, and I'm sure that we will have an interesting time.
Ja bih krenula odmah sa Patricijom razgovarat. Malo ćemo prvo pogledati jedan možda videić koji smo napravili o tome kakva je njezina tvrtka i to. I preći ćemo na neki engleski, tamo gdje mi zapnemo, vi pomagajte, može? Može. Ok. Ho detto che lì dove inciampiamo in inglese di darci una mano. Ok, so welcome. We pass to English. Yeah, okay. It's a bit difficult because when I see you, I think in Italian immediately. So, but okay. So, thank you for coming. And
very happy to be here, really.
Oh, we are really happy to have you. And I would like to ask you if you can just say a few words about your business, your factory, and the relation, maybe just a bit between art and what you do, and then we will have a small video about the factory and you in the factory and what the factory is doing, so we can reconnect some other talk about what we see and what we heard.
Okay, so Dragane did a lot of work. I didn't know when she prepared. I suppose it was just an easy conversation.
It will be.
Yeah, it is. But I arrived, I saw beautiful people, fantastic girls and boys, more girls than boys. But everyone is like for a party, something very, how to say, happy and nice. So it's a welcoming, very, very, very special for me. I'm very happy. I thank you a lot. Also, this little garden is absolutely unusual.
Yes.
For university talk, and that makes me really happy and in another mood. So, another thing, entering in Koper, the city that I've never been before, I saw a lot of logos like mine. And it's a funny, nice thing, because we have in common the logo of the city, and our logo is the same thing, like that. That here is, I think, remembering the walls, the medieval sign of the walls, and for us it's just the M. Is a sort of graphic sign, but it's exactly the same.
No, we made also a joke, because the students, when they saw that you have this logo, and I would say, oh my God, Patrizia will get mad, we will see all these logos around, and the student said, let's say to Patrizia that we made it for her.
Very nice. It's like to be at home. Yeah. So, what to say? You asked me about the company, so I have had the destiny, how to say, the lucky thing to born in a family, okay, that was already a family business, was that, making furniture. My father and my mother, okay, they start in the 50s, 52.
They were very young, no?
They were so young, younger than you maybe. My mother was 16 and my father was 20 years old.
Yeah, younger of them.
But you know, after the Second War was another very special period that, okay, how to say, the situation was calling everyone to be strong and to be brave and to put all the effort possible in their lives, because was nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing there. I don't know here, but in around Udine was absolutely nothing.
No,
that
also
remained.
here I remember my mama always told me, you know, when I saw the first banana, I eat it with the, kak se zove, sa korom. With this. He didn't open it, you know. So it was...
Yes, the same situation. We are so close, and we have had very, very common past,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But, okay, we are finally again all together. And so after I was studying at the university in the 70s, I was in Bologna, fantastic city to have, to feel creativity and art in a way the same thing. The school that I have done is about art in general,
Yeah.
but not an academy. It's a school
no?
of history of art.
The dance.
An artist, a musician, designer, or graphic designer, photographer in the same room, and that was, a sort of abitudine.
Učestalo, konstantno.
And that made me very easy to think that everything is possible, and not thinking about design as a one-way direction.
Remember this, that everything is possible.
Yes. And and happens that one day I start again. I was really, I have to say, I was thinking to do something else in my life, like, I don't know, the curator of a gallery, working in a museum. That was my
Dream,
my
let's say,
thoughts,
yeah.
When I was a student. But then, like life change your...
Yeah, like have different plans for
Yeah,
you.
yes.
Yeah, always.
And so one day my father called me, also my brother, to say, look, there is a terrible crisis coming. I don't know if I want to go on with the company. It depends on you.
Yeah.
If you think that could be interesting also for you to stay in this business, in this story, if you think to do something else, I can
Close
say
it.
ciao.
Yeah.
And so, knowing all the sacrifice, did you
Yes,
see,
sacrifice,
and all
yeah.
the story of the beginning, I was not able to say no.
Yeah, of
And
course.
I was thinking, okay, maybe I can do what I wanted to do before. So, a curator of a gallery, let's say, or a curator of an art museum, in another way. In any case, it could be interesting. And because, yes, this was the only way that I knew of how to approach the subject, I said, okay, I try. Every beginning, step by step, little by little, just to understand what happens, and calling friends. And so my first experience was done with a friend that I had in Bologna, and he was like 22 years old, very young.
Like you.
Yes, like you. And he was a fantastic comic drawer, and in his comics, in his strips, he was putting a lot of design objects, because he loved design, especially Sozzas, Mendini, all the avant-garde that in that moment was very strong in Italy, especially in Milan.
Yes.
And he put as a sort of dedication, se si dice, to design, but inside his job that was designing. But he was a student of architecture, so he was making a sort of personal evolution. So I, one day, looking at the drawings that he was doing, I said, look, Massimo, the name Massimo Iosaghini was the name. Why don't you think that could be possible to transform your drawings in objects, in a story that is not only thinking about design, but making something? And okay, it's fantastic, of course.
Super.
And we have done, in this way we started.
Yeah.
He came, he stayed in our family for 1 month, just to understand what was the approach. He found there very nice people like my uncle that was,
I can
making the
confirm they are
prototypes.
amazing. I spent there 6 months and I felt really like home. At the beginning, I remember your parents looked at me like,
Yes.
what is this girl making here? But amazing experience, really, 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 really.
So you can imagine in the year 88, no, before 86, 87 we
Yeah.
started, and its idea, the idea of Massimo of design was super, how to say, avant-garde for him. He was then, he became also the leader of a sort of design movement called Bolidism. So everything, the sign, the objects was inspired by depth, velocità, deepness, no,
Fastness.
fastness,
Yeah,
sì,
fastness.
fastness, the sign of a bolid, and that because he was loving futurism, Italian futurism, or American streamline,
Yeah.
that is all part of the history of art and design, where velocità,
The sign and the
sign,
fastness, yeah.
the very fast sign was important, and that is difficult to tell you about. Eventually, Dragane will show you in the
Yeah,
future days
yeah.
this part of the story, because I have many images some images of all these experiences.
Okay.
You can show.
Yeah.
And in any case, was the first time of a design collection inside a little company that was based in the periphery of Italy, so not Milano, but Udine, that is far away from the center of everything,
Yeah,
where
it's
everything
still
happens.
somehow, also
Yeah.
with the trains and the
Yes,
concept
it's
of...
far, but Udine is anyway area in Italy where historically
Yeah.
the development of the furniture companies was an old thing, experienced since the beginning of the century, because they were producers for Tonet, because we were
okay.
part of the empire.
Yeah,
Like you,
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
also
yeah, yeah,
were.
yeah, yeah.
And so we were just a province of the empire,
Yeah.
where they produce the
Tonet.
the chair, the Tonet, with all the new technologies that were important for the beginning of the design companies,
Yeah,
beginning
yeah,
of
yeah,
the century, and Tonet was one of the very first industries making design. No? The Tonet is the invention of the technology, and the technology is how to bend wood that was never done before, and that technology allowed the company to become great and to make design, and many producers were around Udine. So this makes a sort of district in the end, and was the reason why the area of Udine in the 80s, 70s, 80s, 60s, till the 90s was the biggest district of the production of wood chairs in the world.
Wow.
In the world, 80% of the chairs that were around Europe were done there.
In Udine.
80% is a lot.
It's really a lot, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, so the company was born in this atmosphere of, anyway, not Milano, so not the great capital, but an important district of production.
Yeah.
And the end of 80s was the beginning of my job in the company. From the future to the past,
Yeah.
I see that the first 3 persons and 3 designers that I take in the company, they were a sort of symbolic synthesis of what is my job. So the first was Massimo. He was 22 years old, a young designer, very crazy creative in the beginning of his career,
Yeah.
then became a good architect, very serious now, okay? But, yes, but he's still going on making things with the car
Sign, fast
company,
sign, yeah.
industry.
Okay,
So
okay, okay.
Ferrari, Maserati, you said he was crazy for fastness and so on.
Yeah, nice.
The second person that I involved was someone that I was really a great fan of him, and I was following him everywhere. And he had a workshop in London making incredible sculptures. So, and for me, it was really that step in the middle between design and art. And it was, how to say, for me, he was an artist making art with design, using design to make his art.
You are talking about Ron.
Ron Arad, yeah. And so one day someone introduced Ron to me, and we talking, we decided soon to collaborate. He had a dream to do something that for him was, he was thinking, I'm doing these objects always and only in stainless steel. So incredible sculptures, beautiful, but with a function. Mm-hmm. So he was looking for the function as the first thing. The main, how to say, request that he had for his sculpture, because he was doing by hand, like, you know, with a hammer,
very heavy, yeah.
and fire. So cutting and welding and beating with the big, I remember this big hammer,
yeah.
in rubber. So you can beat, but the rubber of the hammer is not breaking the metal, but just moving, bending.
Yeah.
And he was saying, okay, my job is so, I love my job. My collectors are rich people, museums, galleries, but what I would love to do is something for young people that is following me and they love my work, but it's too expensive. So
Yeah.
I try to make something that could be less expensive or industrial.
Yeah.
And he tried to make an upholstery of his shapes with the, for instance, with the Big Easy, no? The first, yeah. And the Big Easy, that was a sort of icon of his work in that moment. He tried to transform, and then he said, impossible, I cannot. But because he wanted to present in Milano that year, was here 88.
We have a little video.
Yeah.
If you want, we can put a little video of Ron talking
After,
about.
Yeah, and then I tell you just that.
Yeah.
And so he tried, I don't know what is this video, but we are very curious. I wanted to make in a red vinyl this object that is wow, no? But in the end, it was so difficult for me, impossible. So in the end, I did again a piece in metal, and I covered the metal with the vinyl. Oh no! So instead to be less expensive, were more expensive.
Yeah, sure.
So I said, okay, Ron, I can help you, I think. And so that moment, we start a collaboration that is still going on, and we are very good friends. And we presented 1 week ago.
Yeah, 1 week ago.
The last collection this year in Milano. So.
Wow, that's nice. Can we make it in Moroso? I said, no, I don't want you to do this. If you want, I'll do a collection for you. I don't want to just give you a piece. And she said, va bene, and I understood that it meant okay. I remember the sort of sideway looks I got from Patrizia's family. Like, who's this guy? What's he doing here? And she was very brave. She was fresh from University of Bologna, and she knew what she was doing. And against all the heckling, we sort of managed to do this collection, and I believe it was very successful, and it was, I think it turned my career, but I also want to believe it turned the direction of Moroso, or it helped Patrizia with their campaign. And I don't have to tell you, Moroso became one of the leading firms in contemporary furniture. Her uncle was a master, and Michelangelo with a carving knife. We used a knife that's used to cut meat. So we cut the foam with it, and I marked it, and they cut it, and yeah, okay, this is good. And I did the misfits. the stool. Do you know the two-man spike? There were no wheels, only suspension. So this is after the two-man spike. I thought it would be nice to do a stool that is only suspension. It has no structure to it. There's something very pleasing about doing a stool that is sort of moves up and down and sideways, and it doesn't have a structure. I'm very amused by this because this is just turning. I thought we've completed all the cycles. Me doing something in metal to look like upholstery, blah blah blah. And here I come, and from a distance there, I said, what's a metal chair doing here? And it's not metal, it's plastic that's made to look like metal, that when I did it was made to look like furniture. So this is a funny one.
Stuff. And what was the third?
I went once in
Yeah.
Japan, was totally in love with that culture. So, and one day, soon after run, I knew Toshiyuki Kita, that is one of the, now considered one of the masters of design, that is also a connecting in Japan and Italy, because everything he is doing is done in his studio in Osaka, but all the production, almost all his production pieces are done in Italy that time. Now he's also doing many things in Japan, but with old techniques like paper and lacquer, wood. So he's working a lot also with the traditional techniques that are very Japanese. But
Yeah.
all the furniture is done in Italy by us, by Cassina, by important companies. So I had the occasion to know Kita, and he said after when he saw what I have done, I did before. So
Yeah.
two things with the Massimo and Ron, the first Ron. And he said, I have something that is really very close to my heart and is very deep of my beginning, because it was the object of his thesis in design.
Ah, ok.
Sì, era la sua tesi di laurea.
Ah, bello.
And he showed me a little model like that in chalk, in gesso, no?
U gipsu.
Ecco, and a scale like 1 to 10, so very small thing for
Okay.
a big thing. And he said, my God, it's beautiful. And he said, yes, this object is for me the archetype of the human seed. The archetype is
Okay.
like humanity start to sit on a rock. And at the same time, the rock for a Japanese culture is the beauty that you can put in your garden. No?
Yeah.
A little bit you have done your
Yeah.
sort of, how to say, cultural beauty, because we are not in a garden, but
Yeah,
looks
in
like.
sort of, yeah.
Yes. So in Japan, in every important garden, you have a rock, an important rock, maybe some little others. You can remember the Zen
Yes,
garden
of course.
of Kyoto with, the 3 rocks. So the rock, as the beauty of nature, is considered something that you can see out of your house. In the house you live, outside you have nature that you can look at to have inspiration for beauty and count for life. So that kind of thinking that is very Japanese, I find an honor for me that he gave me the possibility to work
Yeah.
on something that for him was so important. The object is called Saruyama. Yeah, you know what? And Saruyama means in Japanese the monkey beta, the monkey mountain.
Okay.
So the mountain where the monkeys are living, and you have you seen maybe in pictures, no?
Yeah,
The
I
group of
hope you
monkeys
saw
sitting on
already
rocks.
because you had to learn a
Yeah.
bit, yeah.
So monkeys, like human beings, are on a rock, sitting, standing, laying, on a rock, the monkeys are passing all their life.
Yeah.
And also for human beings, in the beginning, the rock was that, a stable point, also a safe place to stay.
Yeah.
And also when we go for a walk in a forest, if you are tired, you want to sit,
You sit
don't
on a rock.
on the mud. No,
Yeah.
you look for a rock
Yeah.
to sit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that was such an important thinking, an object, and a concept. And on this object, he designed the object like a rock, but it's not only. If you look at the shape, you can find a place where you can sit, a place where you can lay, a place where you can stand.
Yeah, we will see it also in a video I made about the factory
Okay.
and a bit of your pieces. So maybe we can have a look of this
Yes.
video now, that it's showing a bit how the factory is today, some of the pieces they made, some close-up on the texture we found in the
Okay.
factory.
And it's better.
Yeah.
But now we can close the three examples, the three beginnings.
Yeah.
Because the beginning, remember, is always so important.
Yes.
Because the beginning showed the way. The beginning, if you are, if you do your things with a strong effort, the beginning is very important and will help you forever in your work, in your thinking. So these three things are things that are repeating many times in my experience later, because I have had an experience first with the very young designers, so young people.
Yeah.
Second, with an artist, because he's an artist and is an artistic approach, let's say. And then another one that was a foreigner, someone that was taking to me another culture. And you have always to be very curious about other cultures and try to absorb, because it's a great richness.
Yes, I agree.
Actually, it's more like an atelier than a big
Yes,
industry.
yes,
And
yes.
this is the size, you can work with design in many ways. But when you want to be free and to experiment a lot, the medium size, let's say medium, is the best way, because if you are too small as a company, you cannot invest in research.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
very
yeah, of
expensive.
course, yeah.
Research is very expensive because you go somewhere you don't know where. Maybe it's paradise. Maybe it's
Yeah, maybe
disaster.
not. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. So research is that, and so if you are too small, you cannot do that. You cannot afford. If you are too big,
You have other
if you are
focus.
too
Yeah.
big, you have other limits that are money, basically, that you must do.
Yeah.
You cannot experiment too much, because the main thing is to make money.
Yes.
So that is also far from me. So
I know.
yeah, you know.
I know.
You know. So I think the design is really something that have to have, of course, needs a company behind.
Yes.
Also, a good company with the intention of invest in research and in experimentation, but not with the only focus on the market and money, because that is a limit for me for freedom. So we are small, and the company you have seen is not wow,
No, it's wow.
Yeah.
I was there and it was everything so big and so huge, and all the people knew what to do. And I remember when I came, because I won the prize, you established that you will
Yes.
talk about a little about later. And I remember when Patrizia told me, you just tell to us what to do and we will do it and you will come and check. And I was like, how it works this? No, I have to do it with my hand. And then they gave me a piece of factory that was cafeteria.
Yes, yes.
And it was somehow my home for 6 months. In the beginning, I also remember they wanted to pay a hotel for me, but I knew the time that I will need to make the cakes. And I said like, no, give me a mattress here in the cafeteria. I can sleep here. And Patrizia said, no, you will sleep in my place. And so also we began to work together. She understood that I cannot tell someone what to do, that I have to do it with my hand. But everybody was really super kind with me, and they helped me and came to see what I'm looking, because it's another approach to work, the way I was doing. Yeah. So it's really nice, the factory, believe me.
Yes, yes. It was an empty space that was immediately full of
full.
and the Dragane pieces and the Dragane materials, and everyone was what?
What she doing?
But fantastic, and because we had to prepare all the pieces for the installation in New York. So for everyone, for me, for her, was a very important moment.
Yeah, very important. I was so afraid. Yeah, so afraid. Will be good enough, I will finish. So at the end, I couldn't not finish the pieces till the end. I mean, I finished it, but I had to decide if I will go to New York or finish the pieces, because I'm Croatian, and as you know, I needed the visa and stuff like that. And so in one moment I had to decide if I will spend my time making visa or making the art piece. And at the end I make the installation of the cake via Skype. So
Not easy.
Not easy, no.
So the company is that has to be always a place with an area with space for creativity, and you know, in a very organized, perfect new company is not so easy. In our place, we can always find, you know,
a creative area, let's say,
yes, some meters or more than some meters to do what we wanted. And okay, so that is, and our company is still that, is a company with mid size, not so big, not so small, and that is a totally, in the time from the 80s when I started to now, the transformation in a totally design company is done since years already. Yeah. So now we cannot say, okay, we do a sofa that is a commercial and then we do a collection with a great designer. No way. We do only objects with a very strong design behind.
You work with very big designers since
yes, because the beginning was Ron, and then names, great names. Like,
tell us some names.
Mark Newson, that is the superstar.
Yeah.
Or
Patricia Orchiola, you are working with at this.
Then Patricia,
really successful designer.
In the beginning of 2000, and she was one of the very important persons that helped me to change totally and to convert the company from a nice little company in an important international, let's say, company.
Let's say what it is, no?
Yeah. And so Patricia started with me because she was, before to work with me, she was the head of design in a studio with another name.
Okay.
Like many designers and artists in the beginning happens, now that you are the assistant of someone else.
Yes.
Is a normal beginning for a designer, for instance, because you learn the profession making.
Sometimes also in art.
Yes,
sometimes. It's not so often, but
not so often, but in design and architecture, almost every time, almost.
Okay.
Yes, because nobody, few people born like a genius, and others have art percorso, sì.
No.
But it's something that we have to know, that is a part of the growth,
the growing,
crescita, no? And so is normal. Patrizia was not so young in that time. She was almost 40, so, no?
Still
But she-
young.
Yes, yes.
Still young.
No, young, but not so young she was not known,
Yeah,
totally
yeah.
unknown. And, but she was tired, because she was saying, come on, I'm working all hard, but in the end what I create, what I produce is, gets out, okay, it's normal, I know, because I work
Yeah.
for someone, and so, but everything I do has a name, and that is not mine.
Yeah.
I'm tired of that, I want to
Yeah, it's
make
frustrating
my
sometimes,
story.
yeah.
And so, and so a common friend called me, because he knows that I was, many times I was saying, come on, all these male designers only in the world
yeah.
of design, there is not a girl, not in that time was not.
In art, it's almost still like that. We can count just few.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
but
the
in design
very
was
kids.
absolutely incredible, like in architecture.
Yeah.
Now, in 25 years that
Yeah.
passed till that moment, many things changed dramatically. And now the designers, the girls designers are so many and very talented also with their own studio. But
Finally.
that time was rare,
Yeah.
absolutely rare. All the old ladies, no?
Yeah, yeah.
Chiriboeri and these ladies, but they were old ladies of the 60s. But in that moment, in the end of 90s, really nobody. So this friend knew my
Desire, let's
yeah,
say, yeah.
desire to said, I knew a Spanish girl, she's fantastic, she has a talent, you can help each other, and so I meet her, I immediately understood that she had a great talent, and in that time, it's incredible to say because she's really a Vulcan now, a super designer, very well known everywhere in the world.
Really a pop star
Yes, a super
of design.
pop star.
Really a super pop
In
star
that
of design.
moment, she was almost timid, or shy.
No, really?
Yeah, incredible. Shy.
Totally incredible.
Totally incredible. To show me her first thing done by herself with her name. And I saw the object, said beautiful, it was January, I remember, the fair is in April, said, Patty, we have only 2 months, and so I don't know what we can do, but I want to do that. And so we did. That was the first piece that is no more in production, but is beautiful. It was her beginning, and everyone start to hear
her
that
and to
name.
see, yeah.
The year after she designed again for us, but while the first thing was something very special, so not so great success also, if for me is a beautiful object.
Yeah, but sometimes the public cannot
Yeah,
recognize actually the
primo,
quality.
too-
Too strong
Too
maybe.
full of everything
Yeah,
she
yeah.
wanted to show,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
full. But the second project that was done with more color, with a brief,
Yeah.
because I asked her specific things, and the second was our first big international success, that is Lowland, was the
Okay, I
name,
know, yeah.
and it came out with Low C, that was the armchair, and especially a swiveling chair that is fjord.
Oh wow.
That was something that was changing, I have to say, the idea of a normal armchair.
Wow.
So we started in the year around 2000, and now also with her.
It's
25
already
years
25 years.
after,
Yeah.
we have done many things together, and she's our main designer, but also the designer that takes care of our image. Let's say image in the sense that she designed the showrooms where we are out of Udine, so Milano, New York, and London, and also the one of the every year a collection that usually, not always, but usually is the most important collection of the year.
Yeah. You worked a lot, of course, it's your core business, design, and I'm interested in how you I heard now that you wanted to be a gallerist and a museum.
Yeah, in the beginning.
In the beginning, yeah. And so I'm interested in understand how you decided to establish an art prize. You really didn't need it for image, let's say. So it's a story just about love, about art, and so can you explain us a bit about this?
But a little bit, because as you said, was something that was since the beginning inside my desire to see what happens in the art world.
Yeah.
That is for me a constant great curiosity.
Okay.
And yes, and makes me happy. You know, going in a museum and look at an exhibition always gives me something so great and such a satisfaction. So I think that looking to art and knowing artists is always a privilege. It's a privilege because I think that an artist is someone very free with his or her own creativity. It's very free because the freedom in art is the main thing.
Yes, it is.
The main thing, and you have not to follow anybody, any trend, anything. Only trying to keep from inside what is a urgency.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
And that strong thing is what, how to say, makes the great art and all the creativity that you can see everywhere, also in other fields like
Yes.
design, architecture, and but art, how to say, and the artist as sort of flag
Yeah.
in the, how to say, davanti. Quelli
In
che
front
partono
of.
prima.
In front of, they start
In front,
first.
Yes.
They
They
start first.
always start first, they always are higher.
Yeah.
And you have always to look at art to understand what happens. And to
Yeah, you're
understand
right.
also in the work where you are living. They are showing us and they are giving us a lot of explication and strong emotions. That is why I follow art. Because it's a love since the beginning.
Yeah, and so you established this prize.
Yes. So one day, talking with a common friend that you know, yeah, because close to Udine there was a gallery, very nice public
Space, yeah.
gallery, not little, it was a,
No, it was
a
a big-
great gallery,
yeah.
but in a little town that is Monfalcone.
Yeah, it's here close to Trieste,
Close
it's
to
40 kilometers
Trieste.
from here. You can go and have a look, of course.
I don't know what they do now.
I
It's
don't know.
totally another thing.
Yeah.
But that time, the
Andrea, yeah, the curator.
The curator of the gallery was a young curator that was winning his winning his profession.
Yeah.
So era arrivato not because knowing someone, but because he was the winner of a concorso.
Yeah, it's interesting that what you do. I will reconnect later, so
Yes,
explain
okay.
it till the end.
And this young curator in a little gallery in the periphery of Italy, but it was so important because he was working always with very young artists,
Yeah.
and he wanted to call them and put them, how to say, under the light.
Yeah.
And it was the beginning for many artists that now are famous,
yeah.
to start and to begin. Not the career, let's say, but to begin to be, you know, in catalogs, in the galleries.
Involved in the system, let's
Yes.
say, yeah.
Yeah, just to say, now Andrea, that after, you know, there is a period that you can stay in a public gallery, that is 2 mandati.
Yeah, 8 years in total, so
8 years. So-
twice 4.
Yeah, so after 8 years, he was losing the place, but then he was winning a very important place
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Italy,
yeah.
that is Tivoli. Tivoli in Italy is very close to Rome. Is the place where Villa Adriana, I don't know if you ever have seen, but it's one of the most important places for
Contemporary,
archaeology
yeah.
and in that time for old kind of art.
Okay.
But he put contemporary art inside these incredible places. So he's a man that started in a little place, in a little town with a simple gallery, and now he's very important in Italy. I don't know what he will do because he's almost 8 years, and also he's finishing his role in Tivoli. But part that. So I knew Andrea because he called me, because I didn't know before. He called me, as happens. So, you know, I am there. I would love to make an installation because I have a special exhibition of young artists. Are you interested in making something with us? I said, why not? I'm coming and see.
Yeah, you always are open to this.
Yes, I try to be open always. And so, in the beginning was just to help him to create
Okay,
you know
yeah,
what
an
I mean?
environment, yeah.
An environment, because the gallery was a terrible,
Yeah, I remember.
a terrible place. So we tried to put things to create an ambient, just to help one of his exhibition. And then talking, blah blah, and talking one day, the day after, and so on, the idea to create a reason also for the gallery
Yeah,
to be proposing
yeah.
a new artist, and the gallery had no money.
Like
As usual.
never.
Never. Public gallery, figuratively, no money. We could spend not crazy money, but we can help him to make.
I can tell you that
exhibition
for
in the gallery.
us, that
Yeah.
we that had the chance to do
Yeah,
with your
yes.
work,
Yeah.
to have you to produce
Yeah.
our work
So-
was crazy money
Yeah.
for us,
So we
because we
were-
came with like 100 euro. It
Yes.
was really a lot of money for us. So
Yes.
the chance, for example, I had with you, for me it was really amazing.
Yes.
So,
So
yeah.
this, you know, we were not living in New York and neither in Milan, but in a little place. But you can do things if you want.
Yeah, and
And
this
we
place
also-
became
we
also
got a
very
lot of
important,
money.
pero.
Yes. So
Pero, yeah.
no, the gallery is someone that invests in the gallery.
Yeah.
I was very happy to have someone that could do with me an art project, and so the two things were perfectly come si dice, structured.
Okay.
no?
I'm so
And-
happy
and
that
so,
you made this press.
yeah, and so we said, okay, it could be an award.
Yeah.
And so the award then could have as award the exhibition in our places in the world of the winners.
Yeah.
And so that is the beginning, and that is, and then we went we come si dice, went away siamo andati avanti,
We went forward.
ecco, for some years, till when he was no more the director of the gallery.
Okay.
And so we lose the place. We did anyway the award out of the gallery for 2 years,
Yeah.
and then was really very difficult, and we suspended. So
Okay.
now it's suspended, hoping that, you know, one day we can find again a way to do again the thing.
If I hear something, I will inform you.
Yes.
But I'm so happy that you established this prize at the end, because it's the way we met.
Yes.
It's the
Yeah.
way we met. So
She was one of the first winners.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
an incredible performance that everyone was in love with your.
I was
your
so
work.
afraid of my own work. I
No,
remember.
afraid. Was your performance was incredible and very strong. You were not afraid.
Yeah,
So-
okay. When
Yeah.
I'm working, I'm another person, you know. So I was afraid, and I
course.
get red. I remember she came and Andrea introduced you to me, and I was like the chair. You know? This is Patrizia Moroso, and I was like, okay.
No. Why?
Sorry, I have to go. It's happening the performance. So yeah, I escaped somehow. But yeah, it was really a great chance, and I'm really happy we met, and so I won a prize and realize one of these pieces. That's why I bring here one of the sculptures that I made with them. They made possible
That was
to...
the work for New York.
Yeah, was the work for New York, and I made it like 7 of those, and the cafeteria was full. This is the smallest that I can put in the combi and bring here. And I remember they helped me also to do stuff that I never thought about that I will have to do. So the boxes, like for sculpture, I just made sculptures, you know, and I was like, okay, we have to transport it. How? And so all the guys, I remember also Pieri, a mad guy that is who was working in company, he is not working there anymore. He said, okay, what do we have to do? And I said, like, I cannot put any tape on it because it's all full of wax, will all collapse. I will make it. And he came with this project for this box that is fixed down with a hole up there, so it couldn't move in the transport. And I was I was really afraid because it had to go to the boat and through the ocean to New York, and I was like, oh my God. And I remember, as I couldn't go there, that they called me. As you saw, they are all almost melt, you know, full of wax melt. And it was really hot days. And I remember somebody called me and said, oh, they're all gone, they're all melt because of the warm it was. Yeah. And I was like, no, they are like that. Like, yeah, so it was really funny. Okay, now I have also a video of the cakes I made a bit there. So the final result, let's say, and after New York, many galleries and museums asked me for the cakes, so we will see also the show I had in Pula with the cakes. So I'm just a young artist that won a prize, but I know that you worked also with very important artists that changed the history of contemporary art. And
aspetta un attimo, prima di arrivare lì.
Yeah.
I think that Dragane has a very special touch in art because she's very conceptual, she's very strong in ideas, also a great manuality, because what she do, she's doing by herself, by hand, like a great pasticcera, come si dice, like in this case, in other cases, other things. But she has the two talents. She's not only making incredible things with her hands, but also having a very, very important, how to say, points of view as a conceptual artist.
Yeah, thank you.
So, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So as I said, she worked also with very important artists, and they made one project together. And this was she worked with Marina Abramovic on one project for the.
In that case, also was helping her.
Yeah.
You know, there was a moment when Marina, years ago, she bought a place because she wanted, you know, when you are a certain age, you said, okay, I'm leaving to the world.
Yeah.
And so she wanted to create a school, a place of teaching, experimenting and teaching art. Because, you know, for her it's so important because she was always traveling, making come si chiamano, formazione, corsi, stage.
Sì.
And she was moving Paris, London, or wherever. But one day she said, okay, maybe I want to stay here. My city is New York.
Yeah.
She was living a little bit out of New York on the Hudson River in Hudson.
Yeah.
And so she has a house in Hudson, and she find an old cinema,
Nice.
Huh?
Nice.
Yeah. A little, but somewhat big place to be a school.
Yeah.
An old, and she bought the place. She spent a lot of money. Okay. And then she needed furniture and objects, very special objects for that place. And so she was starting asking, because Marina is a performer, like you
Yeah.
are a performer. Marina is a very conceptual artist, like you are.
Yeah.
But she's not very manual. She has not
Manuality.
no, totally
Okay.
not.
Okay.
She do other things.
Yeah.
And so she asked to friends, architects and designers, to imagine and design for her some of the objects that she wanted to design. Come si dice, a relaxed chair, but
On a
also
chaise longue, tipo.
a chaise longue where you could also sleep after the performance.
Okay.
And you could, and that object had to the wheels, because you can sleep, you can stay, and someone, an assistant, can bring you
move
like
you.
in una carriola and move you in an area for sleeping.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
In a restroom.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah, like
okay.
le piccole appine.
Okay, yeah.
And we did, okay? And then ask Daniel Libeskind, that is a great architect, and remember he did the towers after the
The Twin Towers collapse, yeah.
Yes, he did the monument of when the two towers collapsed with the terrible time, and so in New York he's considered a very, very important
Yeah.
architect, and he asked him to design a sort of seating system where all the students could have the possibility to make the exercises, because one of the important things of this school invented the method of Marina, that is a very precise method that you can start from 1 and go to 20, and that is a continuous step to grow.
Yeah.
No? Okay, so she teach how to find, yourself with some exercises.
Okay.
One of the basic exercise is this thing of rise and
Counting.
counting the rise. Yeah. So what it means that when you start the exercise, you have a little bag with rice and white, and a little bag with other seeds like
Okay.
ceci or whatever,
Okay.
another color, and
Okay.
another kind of seed, okay? And you have just to count. You have a pencil and a piece of paper,
Yeah.
and in the end, when you finish to count, you have to write the number of rice and the number that nobody knows, of course.
Yes,
and-
yes. Nobody will check.
Yes,
Okay.
nobody will check. But it's very important, and this allows your mind to find a concentration, a meditation, and to be totally out of what happens around you. And it's true because I try.
Yeah, but no, I can imagine, because if you're counting rice, I mean, you have to count the rice.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And so you make a line of rice like 20, 40,
Yeah.
and you count, and then you make she also teach you how to count. So don't lose the numbers, because you can lose the numbers.
Yes,
if you
of course.
are
You
going on
need a
the-
big
So you have to
concentration.
make, you have to find little pieces and put them groups of rices here, and white, black, count all the things. In the end,
Yeah, you're tired, so no, yeah.
967 risetti. Okay, but this really allows to lose yourself.
Yeah, I
Totally.
can imagine.
Totally. So, okay, so you need a desk, you need a chair to stay like 4 hours, because it takes 4 hours to count.
Okay.
Okay?
So you see that we are not pushing pressure on you? Huh?
So Daniel Libeskind designed this object, and we produced the object in a big number, because the first time before to send them in New York, this object was going around first in a museum in Geneva, and then in Miami, and then finally in
Because
New
I
York.
saw that was one object was made of concrete,
Come scusa?
in cemento. Was
Ah,
made
one
of concrete.
piece.
One
Just
piece.
one,
Just
ah,
one piece.
That is another story. One piece, only one.
Yeah.
that was done to be sold in a come si chiama, auction one night in Basel, during the Art Basel, of course.
Yeah.
In a dinner, that is, you know, that dinners, you know,
I know.
the museum, the Bayer Museum, every year they had one dinner for the big
Collectors, money,
okay? They are from all over Swiss and the world arrive a lot of billionaires for this incredible event.
We have to go there.
Yes, it's very funny situation, and so she organized the dinner.
Okay.
With also the menu and everything was done. Also, everyone had to wear a sort of what do you say, grembiule.
I don't know how to say grembiule. It's the stuff you put on you when you're cooking, for example.
Yeah, but it's totally like a doctor.
Like a doctor.
You know that, not cotton, not paper.
Ah, okay, yeah. I don't know that.
They became very common during COVID. Everyone had to
This use and
that you
yeah.
dietro hai l'apertura, ti chiudi col fiocchetto.
Ja, iza imate otvoreno sve i one ko kad se idete operirat, one...
come infermiera.
Sì, ok.
Di tessuto non tessuto. So, why? Everyone. So the billionaire ladies, billionaire men.
Nice,
I
like this. Yeah, nice.
So everyone was the same.
Anonymous.
Yeah, anonymous. Just the face and the white dress.
Nice.
During the dinner. And so that piece was part of the auction. Marina gave this piece to the museum to be sold for, and the result was for the foundation of the museum.
Nice.
And that is something that happens every year, they say. And many artists were present there, and they give something to be sold in an auction, and the money that they collect was for the foundation of the museum.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
We can have a look of, I have the last video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can have a look of all the... Aspetta.
She said, if you have any idea for any furniture, come to me, let's talk. And so it was always in my mind, you know, that one day we do something together.
Era molto tempo che io e Marina pensavamo a come fare qualcosa insieme. Un giorno mi ha raccontato del suo amico Daniel Libeskind che voleva disegnare qualcosa per gli spazi dell'istituto e ha chiesto a me se volevo realizzarlo. Ovviamente ho risposto sì, con molta convinzione.
Counting rice performance really needs a response in terms of the objects, the place you sit, where you count, where you feel comfortable, but also a part of the discipline, which is almost a kind of Zen Buddhist idea of being there. And of course, Moroso, the company itself, provided an inspiration. It's a great company.
I spoke with Patrizia Moroso, and we were very lucky. 15 days, she and me and her assistant working for a project which is for someone like Marina.
cosa che connetta il design con altre arti e con altri mondi è fondamentale. Dare qualcosa di alto a un oggetto funzionale e allo stesso tempo dare una sorta di quotidianità a un oggetto che invece è scultoreo.
That year we were sponsoring
Art Basel.
Basel and Miami Design Art Basel. You know,
Okay.
they have two fairs in the same moment. The art, big
That we
pavilion,
know, yeah.
and design, the smaller pavilion. And in between there is the botanical garden.
Wow.
Wow. And for many years we were making all the installation of the botanical garden with our things, the things done by Mafrik. That is a part, you've seen many objects, very special objects, good for outdoor, done weaving color threads on the metal shapes. And that collection is called Mafrik.
Yeah.
Is done in Senegal by my husband. That is, you have seen
Salam.
an African man. Yeah. Yes. And so that collection is produced in Africa by African artisans, very incredible in making things with hands,
Yeah.
yeah. And designed by important designers from all over the world. So that is also, I will show you that it's a news of 1 month ago, I don't know,
Okay.
that comes to me just during the Salone. That was an article that went out on New York Times,
Okay.
where the people of MoMA, so MoMA and New York Times are
Yeah,
two
very important.
very important
Antenne, ding, ding, yeah.
thing. They established the 25 pieces that influenced the design world in the last 100 years.
Okay.
Okay, so that and so I imagine, you know, they send me to show me all the incredible Le Corbusier and all these people, and in the position number 14, there is a piece that is called Madame Dakar, done by Mafrik, yes, and designed by a Senegalese designer living in New York. I said, wow. Yeah.
Wow.
So we are
this is
also in that
wow.
list.
Yeah, this is wow.
And so Mafrik represents a beautiful thing out of the conventional production.
Yeah.
And is beautiful because especially many, how to say, creative people, architects, nice people from all the different, from art, from fashion, from other worlds, not only design, they understand the beauty of these objects, very colorful and very funny and very inspired by nature, because they have to live in the nature, and so they have not to be just a white cube. No?
I adore that.
Yeah.
And you were like, is the one you said, oh, I want this. You know, you remember the one with the curvy, yeah, with the snake. Like.
Fantastic years, because we were all every year in Miami making this important sponsoring to the fair, and Marina was there, and we in that place decided to do that thing for the year after.
Oh, nice.
Was a very nice moment for me. Yes.
Nice.
Now I travel a little bit less. I'm very, how to say,
Tired?
Tired.
Un po' tired.
Tired.
Okay.
But
yeah.
that the fact remains that the art world, that sometimes, you know, especially going to Miami and Basel also, but especially Miami, that romantic feeling that I have for art.
Yeah.
And you go there and you understand that basically it's a big,
market.
big business.
Yes, it is.
Great business, a lot of money, a lot of people that have a lot of money, yes, but they sometimes don't understand anything
Nothing,
about
no,
art.
no, no,
but
it's
just they
also
put
part
money
of the
there,
game, no?
And
Yeah.
there is a buyer, you know,
Yeah.
the art buyers.
Yes, I know them.
yeah.
Unfortunately, not personally, yeah.
But you know that kind of people
Yes,
very
I know.
well. They it's a fantastic profession because you have a lot of money, not yours. The
Yeah,
money
that's a
of someone
fantastic
else
profession,
to
yeah.
buy what you want.
Yeah, yeah, fantastic, yeah.
Okay, and there's a lot of people in this kind of fairs. In the end, you know, is an incredible, how to say, full of these kind of things that for me is not exactly what I think when I think about art.
Yeah.
So in the end, after 5 years, and we stopped to be the sponsors. Okay, it was nice, but 5 years is enough. And,
Yeah.
And so now I prefer small things or smaller and more real and more close to art for what I think.
Oh, thank you.
But Marina is anyway remains a great friend and a fantastic woman.
Yeah, super. So at the end, I don't want to stress you longer. It's already 1 hour and a half we are talking.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, and I would love to ask the students if they have any question, and you have a unique chance to speak with a person that we have here as a guest today. So if you have any question, if you're interested in something, or now it's your time.
Oh, people that comes from, come si dice, Politecnico, no?
Non so come si dica.
Is the School of Engineering in Milan, for instance.
yeah.
And okay, maybe they have a great skill in technique, but not great idea. So I think that you have, you are doing a great school to begin to think about you know, what's new and what could be a new vision.
Yeah, and what will happen
it's
in the
about
future.
that. Then the technique is something that comes in any case later.
Yeah.
Could be since the beginning, but it's not so important. The very important thing for design is the idea and the reason why, let's say, not how. How someone
come.
will help.
Yeah, someone will help. You're right. Someone will help. Okay. Oh, we have one question. I can't believe.
Okay, I have a question because I am also interested in joining visual art with design. So I have a question that maybe is too open, but how do you establish the boundary between functional and visual? Because when you go into visual contemporary concepts, you can go very abstract with the actual look. So how do you find that point where it's still useful, but it's still project of art?
A way. Working with an artist is to be, how to say, to be a tool of making for the art. I'm not judging anything. It's not my role. My role is eventually first to choose with who I want to work in art. But then I cannot say this may be not, or this may be change. No, in art, never. In design, yes, because I must say if something is not working, look, this has to be changed, maybe in this way, because it's more functional, or it's more good, or it's more possible. Because sometimes it's possible, sometimes it's not possible. Not every shape is realizable. Realizable. Okay. Okay. So we have to maintain a certain. But remember, the relation with art for me is basically an inspiration moment. So, when you are inspiring something from art, you are not, how to say, putting your point of view. In any case, you have to look what the artist is doing.
You are an observer. Sei un osservatore.
Yes, yes, and helping possibly to realize in a very good way, no? For instance, we have done one of the many things done with an artist, is Paola Pivi, you know, and she wanted to do something that for her was a sofa. Okay, they thought, really, Paola, you want to make a sofa? Fantastic. And then she showed me the sofa. There were 4 mattresses staying on the floor, and 4 mattresses exactly over the 4 on the floor flying. And that was a sofa. Okay, what? Okay. But apart my surprise, I was not saying anything to her, just trying to make that thing. Said, maybe we can, let me think about one week. And so I move a lot of people to find the way, and then we find the way. But that, in the end, was not really a sofa, was an art piece that she exhibited then in Philadelphia, now somewhere in New York. But it's an artwork, it's not a sofa. For her, it was a sofa. Because, look, we can stay here, we can go inside this space that is in between the mattress below, and the mattress that are flying over, and you stay in the middle. Wow, like a baby. Okay, so wow. I understand. No, but she had, instead, to make something for the collection, I had to say, look, Paola, you know, we have to find a way, because hanging 4 mattresses on the ceiling is not easy. If you're in a museum or in a modern museum with all the cemento armato, concrete, yeah. Okay, but at home maybe not easy. Anyway, you will find all the 3 images here, so you can show them.
Okay.
So, it's better that you have that. No, not now. Not now.
Okay.
You
I will
keep
show you
for-
next
for
week
the
when we
next,
talk about
yeah.
what happened today.
So, you know, I know when you ask me the balance between this and that, and I know when something is possible also with the precise function. The function could also be something very poetic. It's not a function for the bottom to sit only. It's a function for mind also. So also a very poetic object could be done out of the banality or out of the common way, but in any case as a way to be used. The use of an object is what defines design. The not use of an object is what define art. Art is another kind of starting point. No, absolutely not interesting function. Or some art is also a function and a way to be used, many, but not so important, and depends always by the project. No, if an artist wants to have a giostra, come si dice una giostra?
A theme park. I wanted to have a theme park.
Yeah. That park has to be used, and so all the functions that you want to have in the art, so you have to be sure that it's possible to play with that, and so to use, to touch, to play, but it's part of the concept of art. In design, instead, is very important to have what I mean is
A function.
kind of, you have to be sure to use that object in different ways. Could be also a new way, but it's a use. Art is another thing. So it's easy because it's clear. It depends on where you are working and where you are making the project.
Thank you.